Constipation, or should I say constipation? What's going on, Secoya Nation? This is Dr. Schilling bringing you today's Wellness Wisdom. So we're talking about constipation, a problem that a lot of people face. So background story, we're thinking of some participants that have come in recently, two women in their middle ages, if you will. They dealt with chronic constipation, and another kid we've thought about recently who was up until the age of 4, he had to have a daily enema because he just couldn't pass a bowel movement without that. There's a common theme here, and it's called control. So in the Chinese medicine, the colon is related to control. And if you can't let go of needing control, you're going to find that you're going to have trouble emptying your bowels. So thanks to Hannah for mentioning this topic. We appreciate that, Hannah, because it gives us an opportunity to provide you relevant information that you're interested in. And we're not just talking about something that we think is important for everybody else to know. It's touching your life and someone else's life that you know. And was talking about like 4 people she knows, ladies that she's, her peers that are dealing with constipation. So if you want to talk about or learn about things like this, let us know what your subject matter is. Type in the comments below, tag a friend, share with your family members, and ask them what are they interested in learning about, because we'll be happy to provide that information. So when you think about the digestive tract, it's the alimentary tract. So basically, nothing enters your body until it actually passes the gut wall. So it's technically not in your body, but the metaphor for digestion is like your ability to digest something in life, like a morsel. It's called an indigestible morsel conflict. And so whether that's a circumstance or situation or something like that, maybe a treatment by a person, if you can't digest it, it's going to be hard for you to process it through your system. So when we think about the colon, think about constipation relating to wanting to retain control of everything at all times. That's a pretty common theme as far as people we've seen, we worked with. I know from an immune system standpoint, mold and fungus tends to be upregulated and can create a sticky bowel and stuff like that when people are having constipation issues. That's just an aside. How we approach is we always focus on the brain down. We don't focus on where's the stress. I mean, highly unlikely people have an issue with their colon from an injury, right, from a trauma. So if they haven't had a trauma to their colon, why are they unable to release their bowels? Why is their brain stuck in the type of state that does not allow the emptying of the bowels? Okay, that's something to consider. When you think about constipation, you can think about inability to forgive. Like you're holding a grudge. You're basically your brain says, hold on to that bitterness and that lack of forgiveness because it keeps you safe from getting hurt again. But in the process of controlling that situation, holding on to that resentment or that bitterness, if you will, what's happening is you're losing the ability to have normal bowel movements. So oftentimes we think about you can't evacuate the crap from you, okay, as it goes. Something has happened in your life, like you were insulted or something like that, and all of a sudden you can't evacuate that crap from your body, and that tends up to be binding up your bowels, okay? So if you feel out of control in a situation and you want to know if you can leave, like there's a quote like, is it safe for me to leave this situation? Is it safe for me to challenge the situation? I've been feeling trapped and locked in, like enslaved in the situation. It's out of my control. Once again, the control comes back to the common theme. Another one is, like we talked about bladder and bowel both be marking the territory. If you think about, I can't mark my territory. Like your bowel says you can't empty because you can't mark your territory. You can't say, this is mine. This is, I dominate this area. You're feeling dominated by somebody else. These are the common themes we're seeing as it pertains to the brain-body connection and why the bowels won't empty. So if you have control issues or you know somebody who does, they might benefit, provided they have the coincident symptom of constipation, they might benefit from hearing about this. Because there's a reason why. It's not just simply a lack. You weren't born with a lack of laxatives. You weren't born with a slow-moving bowel. Typically something happens or some situations happen over time. They build up and then you just have a complete sense of lack of control. So that's how we view the root cause of constipation. Maybe this resonates with me, maybe it doesn't. Maybe you want to learn about something else. Please comment below. We can happily do that for you. We do videos, at least 4 days a week on this because we want to provide you with an alternative perspective that helps you understand why something goes wrong in your body in the absence of a trauma. That's our whole goal, to help you understand that. Of course, not everything is caused by one thing, and nothing's caused by one thing. So it's not going to be just that. You could have inflammatory bowels. You could have silent celiac disease. I don't know. But Again, in the absence of a trauma, the body breaks down on the inside before the outside. So if you're not pooping, guess what? You got a brain problem, or an opportunity, shall we say. So take that food for thought, and we will look forward to providing you more valuable information tomorrow. Right, Nissa?
Right.
All right. Peace out. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great night. Bye-bye.